What's going on, world? It's your boy VO the Face Bucket List back in the building, man. We all in black today, man, because I guess we're just mourning the loss of some of these teams that are no longer with us. But we're going to talk about where those teams came up a day late and a dollar short. But let's talk about some bets and some prop bets that we just missed out on this week. And we'll go ahead and let Jay Reeves kick it off.
So, man, it's just going to be so hard for me to say goodbye to the Knicks.
Oh, man.
How? Why?
And all my bread that, like you said, Julius ran off with.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I came up a whole lot of dollars. I kept hammering into that game, counting the Knicks, thinking that something was going to change, and nothing ever did, man. Atlanta, ATL, shouty, lit their asses up.
Yeah, Atlanta gave them the business, man. It was crazy to watch that series. Everybody knows I had the Knicks advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. I not only had the Knicks beating Atlanta, but I had them beating the 76ers as well. And none of that looks like that's coming to fruition now. So I guess I could kind of fall into my day late and a dollar short. And I'm leaning with the Knicks too, man. I lost every game that Atlanta won. I did happen to pick the one that Atlanta stole at MSG game 2. But besides that, in that entire series, I went 1-4, and so did the Knicks, man. So, I mean, we're both laying in the same place as that one. Cody, do you have any bets that you were a day late and a dollar short on?
Man, Booker against the Lakers the other day.
Oh, Lord.
47 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 71 DraftKings points. He was beast mode. I definitely missed out on that. Then to also follow that up, Kawhi Leonard's performance just yesterday.
Last night.
Yeah, that was just crazy. And he actually,
What do you have, like 46, 45 something points?
45, 6, and 3. 61 and a half DraftKings points. Both of them, I missed out on both of them.
And you know what's crazy about that Devin Booker one is I had peeked at his 3-pointers made for that game, and it was like over under at like 4.5 or 5. I think 5 was the number, 5.5. And he actually went over that in the first period, going 6 from 3.
That boy was hot as the goddamn
Fuego. I didn't even lay anything on it, so that was a bet I was a dollar short on too, man. Like, it was just crazy to see how that one played out, man. But yeah, man, rest in peace to all the teams that are no longer with us.
Memphis looked confused out there. Whoa.
Yeah, Memphis is gone. No more hard R's in our words, man. So the Memphis is gone. We also lost LeBron James and the LA Lakers. They're no longer here. Bye-bye. The Phoenix Suns, the number 1 seeds in the West, number 2 seeds in the West, made quick work of them. Also no longer with us. Dame time. Yeah, I guess Dame time means it's time to go to fuck home, man. Anybody read anything to his cryptic tweet the other day? He referenced a Nipsey Hussle lyric that says,
"Yeah, I heard about that.
When's his preparation gonna meet opportunity?" Like, what do you guys think about Dame? Is he done out there in Portland?
Well, I think it was great because what we had was Jay Reeves making a lot of bets against him, and when Jay Reeves bets on someone, it usually goes the other way.
Against him.
What are you talking about? I had Dame going over the other night. Stop that. You got 55. Stop. Don't do that.
You barely missed on the trifecta. The only thing you did miss on was taking the Blazers on the money line.
That's pretty crazy, though, to think that he could be off to maybe join up with another one of these teams, and that would be crazy.
And if there's a player that deserved it, man, I think Dame deserves it, man. Hopefully the Nuggets are in play for Dame if he becomes a real option. I'd definitely love to have him over here. I'd be sad to see one of the most loyal people in the NBA leave their team and, have to go ring chasing, but it doesn't look like he's with the team that's going to make it happen for him. We also lost the aforementioned New York Knicks. Julius Randle ran off with our money, man. Freaking did horrible. Cody, any takeaways from that series? Like, Julius Randle's shot percentage was just horrible. Every game they lost, they played terribly in the third quarter. You're like, they kept it close in the first half, but every time they come out in the third quarter and get the doors blown off.
Yeah, he's a Matthew Stafford. He's a really good seasoned player. He plays really good during the season, but when the spotlight, when that spotlight and the lights are shining, he crumbles. And that proved it. He had one of his worst performances all year long in this series, and really was the reason why his team wasn't even able to, get going at all.
Yeah, Jay Reeves, did Julius Randle prove that he's not going to be a true number one to go deep in the playoffs, and he's going to need another superstar? Did he prove to you that he can't be the best player on a contending team?
Well, I mean, like, that's what we definitely saw in this playoff series. I just recall going back earlier in the season, man, he was calling his team the Big 15, like all 15 of them stepping up. And they were looking more like the G League 15 when they got in the goddamn playoffs. I don't know, man. I don't think he can get it done. I know that New York is one of the front runners to get Damian Lillard. With that being said, he just looked like it was the pressure just way too much for him, man. Like Cody said, man, when them lights came on, they obviously didn't come on for him, and he just looked dead out there.
Yeah, well, that's his first time under those bright lights. He played for some bad Pelicans teams as well as some bad Laker teams. So that was his first time. Maybe he'll be able to grow up and grow with it. Some people who it's not their first rodeo is Mr. Russell Westbrook, and he's no longer with us anymore, man. He keeps getting these first-round exits. Does Russell Westbrook continually get knocked out the playoffs? Does that change the way he's shaping his legacy, Cody? What do you think?
He's a baller. I mean, that's Mr. Triple-Double. I think his legacy, he's already shaped his legacy. The unfortunate thing is he's running into juggernaut teams. Even when he lost back when he was with OKC and they had James Harden and Durant, ran into, a juggernaut team. So, it was the Lakers then. And I mean, like, he hasn't been able to get past anyone because everyone teams up. What he needs to do is get on a team like Brooklyn, on one of those teams, and just, sell it out, sell the house to try to get a ring.
Yeah, I don't think he'll ever do that. And I think for that, he might be the Karl Malone of this generation, Jay Reeves. That backcourt in Washington is elite. Two of the best 15, possibly top 10 players in the league in that backcourt. And they finished with just a modest 8th seed and swept in a gentleman's sweep. Jay Reeves, what was the Wizards? Tell me, what are the Wizards?
The Wizards are looking like an incomplete team, man. I think they need to bring in they always say the big three. I think they need like 2 more dudes, especially if they're going to try to get it done with West. The thing that I would say about the Wizards is they probably need to move on from Bradley Beal. Or actually, Bradley Beal needs to move on from them so he could do something with his career, because I see it getting wasted away in Washington.
Yeah, he's still in his prime, man. I think one thing that really hurt them this year was the injury of Thomas Bryant, but he has shown that he's going to be relatively a question when it comes to health. So that's something they're going to have to learn to build their roster around, man. Those are 4 teams that are super disappointing, and there's going to be more that join them. And the last 2 for us to make the decision on is the the Clippers and the Mavericks. Who do you think we'll be talking about as far as the loser of that series goes, Jay Reeves?
Oh, man, this series is just extremely tricky, man. It's so hard to call. The home team, man, like the home team can't get it done.
They can't, man.
On neither side, the Clippers got to come through here, man. That's just how I feel. That's the way I'm leaning. So I'm going to say the Clippers.
That's why you get the better seed and the better home positioning, so you can get Game 7 on your home court. Cody, who's going to win? Will they buck the trend, and will the home team get a victory in Game 7 with Dallas going to the Staples Center to battle the Clippers?
Dallas needed to win that last game.
They
That
really
was
did.
that was their opportunity to win this series, and really, I think it might get out of hand when they go back to LA or to play the Clippers in their home. I think in this case, yeah, the Clippers I think are going to probably steamroll them at home.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What's your confidence level in that statement if it took a 45-point game from Kawhi Leonard and Reggie Jackson had huge buckets in that game? You think that's something they could repeatable? And they still barely hung on. They pulled away a little bit at the end. But with those two dramatic things having to happen, a 45 game from Kawhi and big shots from Reggie Jackson, is it realistic to say that they'll pull it off at home? Is that something they could repeat?
I feel like they're going to actually be more explosive at home. I feel they should have got more production from other people, and I feel they're definitely going to get that. I mean, this is game 7, win or go home, and it's good that they're at home. Dallas, again, should have won the last game, and I think that really, is going to cost them, and I think they're going to lose the series because of it.
How confident can you be in either of these picks, Jay Reeves? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, if you had to lay your money with either the Mavericks or the Clippers, are you fully confident in either of them?
No. This is a classic stay away from me. I do want to bring up the LA Lakers. I hate to switch gears, man. I was just thinking of words that rhyme with the Lake Show, and I was thinking fake show because they look phony as hell. Cake show because they just got ate out there by the Phoenix Suns. Bake show. They also got cooked out there by the goddamn Phoenix Suns, man. The Lakers were really disappointing, man, and it looks like the wheels are falling all the way off, man.
Man, every time I think about that series now, I've seen one anti-LeBron meme, and it just had LeBron as Simba like laying on AD, like, get up. And I was like, man, that would hurt me. But it really did, expose that. Possibly LeBron chose the wrong sidekick, you know what I'm saying? But, freaking that's just how it goes in this stuff. And that's them trying to roster and build and win with these teams. But when it's you against the sports book, the bucket list got your back.
Boom!